Hello everybody, I'm Aurora. Welcome back to another episode of Drawsome. And if you're new here, Drawsome is a weekly video that I and TheLoriFiles, Lori over at TheLoriFiles, do every Tuesday. But we are going to be changing that from Tuesdays to Wednesdays. So please, if you are used to it being on Tuesdays at noon, please be, mark it on your calendar, whatever you have to do, that we're swapping it over to Wednesdays. So without further ado, we are going to start drawing cats today. And no, not those kind of cats, regular cats. Yeah, so I don't really have any kind of wisdom or anything like that to share with you, except for the fact that cats are, well, it's all about their eyes, because their eyes, you can't draw like dog eyes or human eyes and get it to look like a cat. Cat eyes are they're very round ish. I don't know how else to say it. And they have a very deep, I guess you could say, it's like a cry line, and the bottom comes down very, very low as well. And excuse me, this part will come over. Now, what I have found interesting about drawing cats, you can't use that whole eyeball in the center thing. I mean, you can, but they'd look very strange. Actually, I did draw that a little close. They actually have like an eyeball and a half in between. So if you were going to do this, you could have an eyeball and like a half an eyeball, and then that's where you would start the other eye. So they're very wide set eyes, and very, very roundish, and have these little, I don't know what you want to call those. And if you've also noticed, cats also have a very dark, and I have yet to see a single feline on Google that doesn't have this very, it's almost like eyeliner around their eyes. It's very dark. So, I mean, you can already see how this is looking like a cat. Now, as for water lines, like a human eye, they don't have that either. It's all like just color, so everything inside their eyes. Now, one other difference that they have is that their pupils have a tendency, they dilate, so they'll either be like a diamond shaped slit, like so, and then color is like the lens comes almost to the corners, like so. Or they'll have their eyes dilate just like out of fear, out of light. I've noticed that my own cat, Persephone, hers, if she's scared, these suckers get huge, and it'll be very large. Like so. And then there's the colored part of the eyes. So you can already see how they differ from any other kind of animal's eyes. So let's go ahead and draw that one circular as well. And you will see the entire pupil on a cat, unless they're looking down. You'll see that entire pupil. So it is extremely different. And these are much darker in here in the corners. So when it comes to their eyes, and then also another thing about cats that I learned this from another artist on YouTube. She does beautiful pastel work, and when she does cats, she mentioned this, and I thought, well, I've never noticed that. On very dark colored cats, it stands out more than a cat that has like a whitish nose, but under their eyes, they will have this, it's like, this is always kept lighter under here. I don't know why, but some cats have that, or most cats have that lighter section there. And then we have Murphy cats, who, or people call them tabbies. I've always called them Murphy cats, so it's like whatever. And this will look like an M. And come up over their eyes. But this is always like, it's shaped like an M if you ever look at it real close. And you'd be like, oh, it does. It looks like an M. And that's what my cat has. She has these very distinct M on her forehead. And actually this one's not here. Maybe it is, but you can barely see it. And then you come down to their little schnozzes, and it's an upside down heart. And then it comes down like this and up like that. And then a slit right up the schnoz, right like that. And that comes down into their little mouths. And they have very dark lips. And then I've also noticed that if you're coming down here, like so, it comes almost off that tear duct line, like so. And see, we've already like pretty much sketched out a cat. So we're going to keep going here. So let's draw the whole cat. So we include the ears and the tail and all that. So I'm gonna draw this one. It's lying down, and I may not like note every piece of fur, but this one's really cute because he's a chunky boy. And he's got very interesting ears, because he's got these huge tufts of fur coming out of his ears. Like his whiskers have been misplaced. And his eyes are, he's asleep apparently. Yeah, let's see. And so we're just gonna skip, and he looks happy, which is kind of funny. But he is a chunky boy. So his fur comes way out. And he's got this cute little chin. And Love the squinty eyes. That is adorable because he just looks happy. He's one of those orange tabbies. He's just got stripes everywhere. So, I'm just gonna do this real loose. I am not gonna get into a lot of the super details. We can make him very stylized if we want. It's our sketch. We do what we want. That's the nice thing about being an artist. I need to make this picture bigger so I can see what I'm doing. Because I'm half blind. Okay. Now he has one paw. It's curled up here. And it's stripey. And he has his other paw. Like so. Like I said, he's a chunky boy. And he's just laying down all relaxed. And showing where he's laying. He's like a little bit of an angle here in this picture. And this almost reminds me of the Cheshire Cat from Alice in Wonderland. Which we could draw him, that'd be fun. And let's see, he's got his hip and this other leg. Come back here like this, and his tail wrapped around it like so. And his chest is all white, so we're not going to bring those lines all the way across because we want to show that his chest is white. Here. Here we go. Like that. There we go. So I'm gonna look up Cheshire Cat because I want to draw a Cheshire Cat. Let's see if I can spell it. Aha! It popped up for me. Oh my goodness. Let's draw the original, shall we? This is the Walt Disney version of the Cheshire Cat. So he has these very googly eyes. And they're almost egg-shaped, but not quite. And the pupils are very close together, which looks goofy. And let's see. there's our episode of cats. No, not that kind of cat. The other kind of cats. So I hope you all enjoyed this, and if you did, I hope you followed along or draw your own cat. If you have a cat, draw a cat. Find a neighbor's cat, draw that cat. Or, you know, look up a cat and draw a cat. And when you do, make sure you post it on Instagram and tag it with hashtag Drawsome Squad. And that way Lori and I can see what you've drawn, just like these folks did last week. And also please make sure you go and see Lori's video too, because she's like, she was like, I don't want to draw a cat. And I'm like, I know. It's okay. It'll be okay. Everybody can draw a cat. So go check out her cats too. Let's see how she did. She makes me laugh every time she does a video. I love her to bits. So make sure you go check her video out. I will put the link to it in the description box below. Make sure you also check out our new merch store with all your Drawsome needs. And also some floof in there for you. And yeah. So until next time, people, I love you bunches. Bye.